Deb, tell us about red flags for elder abuse. What should we look out for?
Well, there are many different red flags, Kelly, that, can point to possible elder abuse. And I always say possible because one red flag doesn't necessarily mean there is abuse, but it's good to be aware of these red flags. And I probably should say that a red flag is really something that you observe or see that makes it look like you're questioning what is really going on. So they may be the victim of abuse if, for example, they become more withdrawn or agitated or violent. And the key here is that type of behavior is really out of character of who they normally are. So, that can also be a sign that there's a medical underlying issue. So you have to just look at the signs and think about what else is going on around that adult. They may display signs of trauma, such as rocking back and forth. Maybe they have unexplained pressure marks, bruises, burns, skin tears. Now, as we get older, some of these things happen naturally, but it could be the sign of possible abuse or neglect. Sometimes there's preventable conditions, such as bed sores. That's when a person is lying in one position for too long, or maybe is being confined to a bed, perhaps even against their will. There may be unsafe or hazardous living conditions. There could be a change in appearance or hygiene. Perhaps the person was always, well put together and looking sharp, but now they're looking a little, let's say, messier than normal. Maybe their hair is unwashed. They have dirty clothes, maybe poor dental hygiene. That can be a sign of possible diminished capacity or possibly even abuse. You may notice that they're lacking in some personal care items. Perhaps they normally wear glasses and now all of a sudden they're never wearing their glasses. They seem to be missing, or they need assistance with mobility and their walker or cane are missing. These are possible signs of abuse. Other signs of abuse might include unexpected or sudden financial losses, or maybe unpaid bills when they were really timely in the past on always paying their bills. And this is particularly concerning if you know that they usually have adequate resources available to pay their bills. If new family or friends suddenly start appearing in their lives or showing interest in that older adult and spending more and more time with them, that could be a red sign or a red flag. And, one of the other things that we see in the financial side is when clients are asking for funds from their accounts and they tell you what it's for, or maybe they're not able to share what that's for, or their explanation just doesn't make sense based on what you know about that adult's situation. Or another thing is if you explain to them that there are penalties for taking these funds or fees or taxes that they might incur, and they're really not even concerned at all. Those are possible red flags.